President Muhammadu Buhari vows to ensure speedy rescue of the 110 students recently abducted from the Government Science and Technology College in Dapchi, Yobe State. The president said he's unrelenting. Embattled Senator Abdullah Adamu is accusing some lawmakers on the platform of the All Progressives Congress APC of sabotage. Are there double agents in the APC? And who are they? And thanks for joining in, everyone. This is Politics Today, live on Channels Television. I'm Joaquin Baloye in Channels Television headquarters in Lagos. Today's program will focus more on security and party politics. The president today met with the recently released lecturers of the University of Maiduguri, as well as the 10 women who were abducted by insurgents in the northeast region. President Muhammadu Buhari is assuring Nigerians that the government is committed to the rescue of all in the captivity of insurgents, especially the secondary school students who were recently abducted from Dapchi.
This directed all security agencies to immediately ensure that every effort is directed to ensure the safety of our schools and students, as well as bringing back the abducted girls to their families. Government remains unrelenting towards rescuing all those abducted.
Well, now let's get some perspectives on this one. I have a preventive terrorism expert. He's a security consultant. Mr. Temitokbe Olodo joins us from the UK. Thank you so much, Mr. Olodo, for your time on the program tonight. Let's begin the conversation around what perhaps had come to some people as a rude shock. The president had earlier come out to say this is a national disaster. When we wonder that at the moment when we thought that the worst had perhaps happened in the insurgent attacks on our soil, they carried out this enterprise abducting schoolgirls numbering up to 110. How come they are able to do this with the kind of assault that the Nigerian military has dealt on these insurgents?
I think it is important to understand that Boko Haram is everywhere, even though they are technically defeated. The fact is that they continue to recruit as many people as possible because we've not managed to counter their narrative completely. And we've not managed to ensure that those individuals who have been radicalized by these individuals have been deconstructed. So they still have individuals who are lying low, as sleeper cells within our community and more or less committing the atrocity and absorbing themselves back into the community with no way of being able to identify who they are. But I think it's important, and we need to understand that the president is sincere in his speech when he says that the country is going through a very bad situation because 3 years, 10 months, as a few days ago, the Chibok girls were taken in a similar situation. And yet we do not have a national school security strategy to ensure that there's safety and security in our schools. And as a result, this is a catastrophe and an embarrassment to the federal government because the school in concern is just like 5 kilometers away from Niger. So there is a serious issue here that we need to address, and everybody needs to come together and support the president to ensure that those girls are returned back safely.
One major thing on the minds of a lot of Nigerians will be when and how soon these girls can be returned or rescued. How far do you think these girls may have gone considering the time that they were abducted and perhaps the kind of security efforts that could be made now that it looks so much that they moved fast enough on this issue?
Based on my understanding and from information that is available in the public domain, I think one of the teachers made it quite clear that the insurgents came out looking for food. And that was the same scenario that played out, during the Chibok girls situation. But from the diary of the Chibok girls, we know that some of the
I guess we lost the connection with Temitope Olodo. Is a President Africa Security Forum in the United Kingdom and also a preventive terrorism expert, giving us insight into what perhaps could have happened in the abduction of those 110 schoolgirls in Dapchi in Yobe State. Remember that it was about over 3 years now that some schoolgirls also were abducted in Chibok. We have Temitope Olodo back with us now from the United Kingdom. So you were saying that the ramifications surrounding the abductions of these girls, the question on the lips of many Nigerians will be, how easy can we get them back? Looking at the kind of negotiation that happened in the release of some of the Chibok girls.
Yes, there is serious issues there that we need to look at. But I think what is more important now is that we need to work with our neighboring countries like the Niger and ensure that security operatives are working with the multinational task force to push back from the border, because what we don't want is for the girls to be taken outside the country. So we need to start pushing back and ensuring that all security agencies are working together and not hiding information from one another.
Before I allow you to go, Mr. Olodo, the very big question will be how these insurgents will not carry out this kind of attacks, wherever they may be, either with their sleeper cells or in their groups. How do you think we can safeguard our borders and even internally? Do we have the capacity as at the moment?
I have no doubt that the Nigerian military and their sister agencies have the capacity. I think what is lacking now is the appropriate strategy and an implementation plan. What they need to do is put together a school security strategy and overarching national strategy that links in with the de-radicalization process, gather intelligence, and use those intelligence to inform their decision in the way they strategically deploy security agencies, security personnel to ensure safety and security of our people, ensuring that the crowded place management security system is in place to keep people safe and to boost the confidence that we have in their good work that they are doing.
Temitope Olodo, President, Africa Security Forum, a preventive terrorism expert. Many thanks for your time tonight on the program.